Hi friends, welcome back to B&D program. In the last class we have studied laws of chemical combinations. We have done some problems. We got the concept of combination of atoms to form molecules. Now let us discuss atomic theory, especially Dalton's atomic theory and modern atomic theory. The law of chemical combination gave an important idea that elements combine in a large number of ratios like 1:8 or 1:2 or 3:1, etc. This conceptualization gave some spirit to think about the atomic theory to our beloved scientist John Dalton. In 1808, he introduced his atomic theory, that is Dalton's atomic theory. We have to discuss the main postulates of this theory. What are the main postulates? First of all, we know if you're dividing a piece of chalk into simple pieces and if you're dividing the simple pieces into fine powders, we are getting finally a very small particle. For convenience, we can say it is a molecule. Suppose chalk is made of calcium sulfate, that fine particle can be considered as calcium sulfate molecule. If we are dividing this molecule again, we can say that calcium, sulfur and oxygen atoms are present in calcium sulfate molecule. John Dalton put forward an idea that all matter consists of very small particles called atoms, which cannot be further subdivided. The term atom is arised from the term atomos, meaning indivisible. This is the first postulate. That is, all matter consists of very small particles called atoms which cannot be further subdivided. Come to the second postulate. You know hydrogen. Hydrogen is an element. This element consists of atoms also. Because the purest form of the substance is element, this substance consists of atoms of hydrogen. Now we know that there are three types of atoms are there in hydrogen: protium, deuterium and tritium. But at that time, Dalton proposed that atoms of same elements are always same. Come to the third postulate of Dalton's theory. We know atoms of different elements are different now, but some similarities are also there. But at that time, he told like this: atoms of different elements are always different in all respects. Then come to the fourth postulate. According to him, the atom is the smallest particle. Atom is the smallest unit in which chemical reactions takes place. He told like this: atom is the smallest unit in which chemical reactions take place. Next postulate: atoms of same elements or different elements combine in simple ratio to form compounds or molecules. Atoms of same elements or different elements combine to form molecules in fixed ratios. The last postulate: atom can neither be created nor destroyed in any physical or chemical change. That we know, according to law of conservation of mass, matter neither be created nor be destroyed. These are the important postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Once again, matter consists of very small particles called atoms which cannot be further subdivided. Atoms of the same elements are always same. Atoms of different elements are always different. Atom is the smallest unit in which chemical reactions take place. Atoms of same elements or atoms of different elements combine in simple ratio to form molecules or compounds. Atom can neither be created nor destroyed in any reaction. But according to modern concepts, based on the new discoveries of our J.J. Thomson, Rutherford, Niels Bohr, Chadwick, etc., we have to rethink Dalton's atomic theory. As per the modification, we get a modern atomic theory. Again, in this atomic theory, there are some postulates. Take number one. Atom is no longer an indivisible particle. Dalton proposed that atom is indivisible, but atom is no longer indivisible. The structure of atom is very complex. It consists of electrons, protons, neutrons, etc. Along with these particles, sometimes mesons, neutrino, etc. are present. That means now atom is divisible. So the first postulate is atom is no longer an indivisible particle. Second one, according to Dalton, atoms of same elements are always same, but atoms of the same element may not be same. They may have different atomic masses. We have discussed hydrogen. In hydrogen, in protium, atomic mass is 1. In deuterium, atomic mass is 2. But in tritium, the atomic mass is 3. That means atomic mass is varying, but atomic number is fixed. Atomic number is constant. Atoms of the element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Isotopes. So the existence of isotopes helps to discard the second postulate of Dalton. That is, atoms of same elements are not always same. Come to the third one. According to Dalton, atoms of different elements are always different. But you consider argon and calcium. Atomic mass of argon is 40. Atomic mass of calcium is also 40. That means atomic mass is same, but atomic number is different. So there are certain elements like this. They have same mass number but different atomic number. These type of atoms are called isobars. The existence of isobars helps to discard the third postulate of Dalton. Come to the fourth one. According to Dalton, atom is the smallest unit in which chemical reactions take place. But we know, in certain organic compounds like sucrose, in which the different atoms combine together and undergoing chemical reactions. Come to the fifth one. Atoms of same or different elements combine in simple ratio. But now we know atoms of one element can be changed into atoms of other element by bombardment with what? With the very fast moving particles like neutrons or alpha particles. Now this process is called artificial transmutation, you know. Come to the fifth postulate of Dalton. Atom can neither be created nor be destroyed. But now we know, according to Albert Einstein, matter can be converted to energy. That is E is equal to mc square. Where E is energy, m is mass and c is velocity of light. 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second or 3 into 10 raised to 10 centimeter per second. That is, matter can be converted to energy by destroying the matter or by decaying the matter. So atom is no longer indestructible now. This is happening during nuclear reactions. But in chemical reactions, atoms remain unchanged. Now we can say, according to modern theory, atom is no longer an indivisible particle. Atoms of same elements are not always same. Atoms of different elements are not always different. Atom is not the smallest unit in which chemical reaction takes place. Combination of atoms is not always depending upon the fixed ratio aspects. Sometimes due to nuclear bombardments, variation may happen. And finally, atom is no longer indestructible. So by this, we got more ideas about the structure of atoms, idea about the chemical combination, rules of chemical combination. From these concepts, we can proceed to the next portion that we will discuss later. Please subscribe the channel SPCL Bond for further classes. Thank you.